Good morning, folks, and very warm welcome. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to revisit Mildred's amplifier because I got a bit of advice from I think it's Audio Amplifier Servicing, and if I've got your name wrong, I apologise. And he pointed out, and I hadn't noticed, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, I hadn't noticed. Let me just get the old spectacles. I hadn't noticed, and it's an easy thing to miss. Basically, the links that go from the output to the input are missing. So of course there's going to be nothing through here because it ain't connected. The main amp isn't connected to the power amp, to the preamp. So basically, so what I need to do really is make up a couple of links for here to link this up, and he's also suggested that they could be dry joints on these regulators here. He does say that they do go dry jointed. So basically that's going to be today's job, is to I mean, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I'm not looking forward to taking this thing apart. I don't even really want to, but because the fella was kind enough to give me the advice, then you know, I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to try and get this thing going for Mildred. And you know, that's to come. Let's see. I've got my breakfast on. I don't want to burn my breakfast, but let's first of all make life easier for me. I'm going to start removing a few of the screws, and you know, it's you'd think they'd put like an access panel. I might even be able to see them regulators through here to see if they actually are dry jointed, because you can just see through the back panel. So where are the regulators? They're on this side here. They're just here. So let's just have a look and see. Do a visual, try and do a visual inspection down there, because you can see into it. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. It does look. Yes. Yes, I can see one there actually, so that warrants and I would imagine that this would just pull out because I've removed the screws, so I'm wondering does this front just pull out, because I can't see any more screws, and it is clipped there. There we are. So we'll take the front off. So we'll take the front off. So we've got the front removed. There we are. Now let's get this in a position where I can disconnect these cables here, these ribbon cables. I hate these cables. They're a fucking nuisance. Do you press down on them or do you lift them up? I really can't fucking remember. Are they the kind that you press down? Or are they the kind that you lift up? But They're fucking in there fast, that's for sure. Right, and what they've done here, they've used two separate connectors. Let's see if we can have a look. Right, I think they lift up. There we are. That's it, they lift up. There we go. That's it. See, I can just put that out of the way now. I can just leave that connected because I can work around that, I think. And so I don't like to really give up on anything if I can avoid it, because one thing I hate, and I really do hate, is seeing something going into landfill. I hate things being thrown away. So basically, we're going to see what we can do to get this old amp running as it should, with no crackly controls or anything. So we're going to go right through it and see if we can sort out. I've got a feeling the module's probably okay. In lieu of the fact that it's fucking disconnected from there, I've got a feeling the module's okay, so we can, you know, as long as the module's okay, we've got plenty. We can work around it. We can, you know, we've still got. Okay, now that's a long screw. Right. So it's basically it's taken apart. I might even clean the board as well, because this board is a bit dirty. So I may even go to the trouble of doing that. But yeah, I definitely spotted what looked like a dry joint on one of them rigs. So, and I can work on this like this. It's not an issue. Not really anything in my way. I just like, I don't like, you know, if I can avoid it, I don't like to give up on anything. I mean, sometimes you have to fucking draw the line and say, yeah, that's enough, but, you know, in view of the fact that the lad that gave me the advice was kind enough to do that, then I think I should step up to the mark. And I think I should step up to the what's the word? You know, I think I should do I need to take all this back plate off? I probably fucking don't, do I? I can probably just take the fucking... all this has to come off. And that was what was really bothering me about it, to be honest. I didn't want to pull all these fucking screws, they're a nuisance. But... I haven't got the iron on yet, we don't really need that yet. But it's just all these screws really that put you off. You know, and that should now pull out. But it won't, and I'll tell you why. Because they plugged it in there and soldered the ground to there. Thank you, Technics. You fucking cocksuckers. I don't believe that. They fucking give you a plug there and soldered it there. Cocksuckers. Right, so I'm going to take all this off so I can work on it. So we've got all the screws from here, well near enough, from the top. He wants this to put in a jukebox. He bought a Scabial Roami TI1. TI standing for Triangle Industries. And basically, I don't think I need to take that one. But I will just in case, because you don't fucking know, do you? That one there, yep. This is one good thing. At least the fucking fan unplugs, which I presume that's the fan. Yeah. I haven't even got the iron on yet, but it doesn't take long for my iron to warm up. It's a good iron, it's an Antec. Look at all these fucking screws you've got to remove. Right, well there's not one at the bottom there, so we're alright there. Do 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 do. Right. We've got anything left in the back here because it seems to want to move, but I bet they've hid a fucking screw under that fan. I bet they stashed a screw under that fan. No, they haven't. No, there's not one under there. There's one in the corner here, but that's nothing to do with it. Right, so let's see why we're not lifting out. Right, well that's all undone there, we're all released there. I've forgot one, haven't I? I must have done. I've missed one. Either that, I've missed one somewhere. There's another fucking screw somewhere that I haven't spotted. It's gotta be. It's not under the fan. I thought it would. It looks like there is one under there, but there's no screw in it. Not that I can see anyway. And there's none in the back. Right. Right. That's all undone. That's all undone. You know, they don't take much to bend, do they? The heatsink's all undone. Something's fucking holding it. What's holding you? Oh, it's speaker socket's undone. Right, the easiest way to work. No, that's out. That doesn't have to come out. That's not even in the board. That's in the transformer. Yeah. Right. So let's have a look. See if there's any screws sticking through the fucking bottom. There's a couple, but they don't need to come out. These on this side. It's only the ones that hold the board in. Need to come out. I've not missed any. I've got them all that I can see. And that one there. Right. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm I'm going to remove this back panel completely, just in case there is a fucking screw down there and I can't see it. So we'll get this back panel removed. Right. Well, that's all the fucking screws out. So this back panel should, by rights, pull out. That's all the fucking screws out. Oh, it's clipped in. There we are. Right. Oops. Right. There we go. Has to come back and be lifted out. Technics. If the person who designed this is watching it, you're a load of cocksuckers. I fucking mean that. Load of fucking dick wanglers. And there's dry joints on the module as well. Let me just put me, go and get me breakfast in a minute. It should be pretty much nearly cooked. But we'll just, yeah, we've got dry joints on the regulators. Not too bad. I mean, I don't think it would affect it, to be perfectly honest, but there's one dry joint and it's the one I spotted through the case, which is this fucker here. But I'm going to redo the joints anyway, and I'm not happy with this either. I mean, look at this. Look at this, folks. Let me show you something. Let me zoom in. Let me just put the old spectacles back on. And let me show you what I found, and I'm not fucking happy with it. There we go. That should be far enough. Let's take the old glasses off. Now, here, oh fucking, I need them on again. Because I'm looking at the screen, but I can't see what I'm fucking doing now. There we go. Right. There's your regulators here. Just get something to point with. My pointers in my official pointers in the fucking drawer. Right. These are your two regulators here. Yeah? No, not even on screen, am I? There we are. Right. Now look at this leg here. It comes right across. And it's almost touching this point here. This point, this one, it's almost touching that one. It ain't quite, but what we'll do, we'll lift that leg and we'll snip a bit of that off. So I don't like that. But if we look at the board actually is not bad. There's a couple of dry joints on the module. I mean, I'm looking at the screen. If we go to the, there we are. Trying to get it, because I'm trying to get it in a better position because my remote control tripod isn't charged yet. So I'm trying to get this in a position where we can all look at it. There we are. We'll get there eventually. There we go. Right, there is actually a couple of dry joints on this module, so we'll do the module as well. We'll go over the module, and I will check some capacitors while I'm in here. I'm not going to go for a massive replacement. See how far we zoom in before we fucking lose it. There we are, look at this. Right, so if I turn this round, put my finger where I want to show you. There we are. There we are. Right, and that's your module, I think, there. No, it's further up, isn't it? There we are. Let's come down. There's the back of the heatsink. That's the back panel, so we want to come forward. There we are. Now you can see that pin there. You can see that pin there, look at it. It's as clear as day. And we've got a dry joint. You can see the dry joint on the regulator as well. If you can't see that, you've got to be fucking blind. I spotted it before I even took the case off, and that's why I took it all apart, which is there. So we'll redo all these regulators. And if we move a bit further towards this way, there we are. Now let's have a look at the pins on the module. They look like they could do with being touched up as well. So we'll touch the pins up on the module as well, and we'll also check capacitors around the module and stuff, and see if we can get this thing to actually work. And Mildred can have his. I apologise for the blue spots that are in my picture. I don't know what that is. It's something to do with my camera. There's probably something to do with either inside the lens, or the lens has probably got issues. I don't know, but I'm not going to let that bother me. Anyway, we'll call this part 1 of the Mildred's amplifier revisit and repair, because we are going to repair this. And we're going to sort out links for the back there. I was thinking of linking them internally. I might even do that, because Mildred is never ever going to disconnect them, and I'll just put a couple of bungs in the plugs. So we'll have a look at the possibilities of doing that. We'll do that now. Just have a quick look at the possibilities of doing that. If I link them internally, then they're done forever. And it's these ones here, either this one and this one, or this one and this one, but I'll have a proper look before I do anything. But yeah, I'm thinking I might link them. Well, actually they're on this little board here, aren't they? They're on this little board here, so if I pull this little board off here, they're on this little daughter board. So if I look at this, then look at the back, I can work out which one's which, and I can just link the fuckers, and I've done with it, and just put a couple of bungs in there. You know, it's a couple of options there for me. Anyway, but I can't believe. Oh, they haven't soldered it. What they've done, they've put a fucking thing on. They've not actually soldered it. They've put like a, it's like a little clip. You still got to take the fucker apart and get it out though, because you have to crimp that there, squeeze that in, and then you can pull the board off. So there we go, and I'll give this a once over as well. And this will be the phono preamp and all the fucking other inputs. Good morning! You alright? Yeah. Good. So it's breakfast and then back onto it. Hi folks, well we're back. This is, I'm going to call this, let's just unplug, just turn me tripod off. There we go. There we go. Don't want to see my big fat gut, do you? Bear with me a minute, folks. Yeah. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to zoom in a little bit. I'll do. And remember first principles. Clean iron. Always have your iron cleaned. Now let's get the sucker, because we may need the sucker. Well, that's not my usual one. Where's my decent sucker? This one's got no button on it. Where's the other one? There it is. Right. Right, well, let's get this job done. We'll start off by doing the dry joints. If we can ever find the end of my roll. There we go. There we go. Let's get sorted. Right. Let's flip this upside down. I'll tell you what, you know, I wish this thing was, it actually is, isn't it? You know, there's I'd like this to be a bit, you know, a bit supported, and it is really. You can actually put screws into it. I mean, they go right through to the metal, but I think they might be a bit thin. But I don't want this heatsink flopping about while I'm working on it, so I'm wondering if we just put a couple of screws in it here, and that'll just hold it. That'll just hold it, won't it? And stop it flapping about. You know? That will just hold it still, so we're not flexing the pins on the module. Whoops. Whoops. So if I just tighten that into there. There we are. That's it. That's good. As I say in Germany, good and tight. Right, so now I'm not flexing the pins on the chip now, so I can work on it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to redo all the joints on the chip. Just straighten that pin there. Take all the old solder off. I mean, there's not that much of it, and some people don't take the old solder off, some people just feed new solder in. We all do it our own, we all have our own way of doing it, and this is mine. It doesn't matter if you don't get all the solder off, because we're not taking the module out. We just want to get rid of a bit of the old solder. Just to make room for new stuff. All we want to do, just make room for new solder. There we are. Let's just give that an inspection. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So what we'll do next, we'll put some new solder on that. There are those of you that are thinking that you don't need to put that you don't need to take the old solder off, but like I say, we all have our own way. Just making sure you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. You're watching a fat man solder a chip on. We've got a dry joint there as well. A few dry joints on this. Now let's do this regulator. Right. I'm not happy with that pin there bent over there. I'm not happy with that at all. I mean, what were they thinking of? So what we'll do, desolder the regulator. Just get the soldering iron under it. There we go. Ooh, there we are. There's a bit of the, what do you call it there? And it's hard to get the iron under, that's why I give it a bit of a push. Alright. Right. Let's you do a proper job on this, and there we go. We'll chop that pin down as well. We'll just there we go. Get the clippers and clip that stupidly large pin down. That'll get me thing and examine my work. I'm sure I'm happy with it. Yeah, I am. Yeah, no shorts anywhere. Tell you what folks, that module looks a lot better now it's soldered in properly. I'll go over this entire board and look for dry joints, because where there's one there's more. You know, I know that. Oh, pardon me. Anyway, I'm going to stop for a fag break and we'll continue. Right, so we've done them dry joints. Done them dry joints on the chip. I will actually do a visual inspection, see if we've got any spunk coming out of any capacitors. And I mean, I'm not going to recap this. I'm not going to recap this. I mean, you know, it's a bit grimy, but that's only dust that'll come off with it. I was going to wash the board, but bear with me, folks. I'm just replying to a message. Right. Now, what we'll do, we'll give this a bit of a dust off, and we'll check. There's not really much else we can do. I need to sort them links out, but we will check. They will look okay. No more dry. Oh, hang on. Let me just. I want to give this board a thorough examination with the with my magnifier. With my magnifier on. I want to, because I don't want to put it back together and still have a problem. So I'm happy with the voltage regulators. They're well soldered. The module, as you know, I've just done that. So basically I'm just looking for anything out of the ordinary. Dry joints, you know, anything I'm not really happy with. Then I'll do. But saying that, this actually looks quite good. It's not bad. I've seen worse. I've seen better as well. Hang on. Yeah. Right, let's have a look at the little daughter boards that go with this. Because that's about all I can do on the main circuit board. There was no horrible hums or anything, so I'm pretty sure that I mean, this is really cheaply made, isn't it? It's not an expensive item, this. I mean, it's only got puny capacitors, only 50 volt capacitors. I bet there's only about 30 volts goes into that chip, if that. But let's have a look at this and examine what we need to examine here. And yeah, I think we're pretty clean there. Just check these ports here, these sockets, to make sure that nothing's damaged or dry jointed. No, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm happy with that. So that can be clipped back on. So we can clip that back on, just straighten that fin back out. Not that it makes much difference. I mean this is not a, what do you call it? It's not a high power amplifier, this anyway, but you know, they even put a fan in it to cool it down. It's a, you know, a go faster fan. These things keep bending on the fucking, oh look at that one. You get about there, you fucker. Right. I mean, for me, I'd want a bigger heatsink on here, but you know, just basically to further protect that module. But that's the design. Oops. No, you know, you would think that would have just slotted in there, but it didn't. And there we are. Now let's have a look at this here, because this is supposed to go through. Oh, charming. Come off. Okay, that it bent. It bent. Straighten that back up. Alright. There we go. Let's try again. I can't believe the fucking tab bent. I mean, how did that fucking thing bend? Right, let's insert that first. There we go. That's gone through that time. See, that doesn't actually go anywhere. That I was thinking that might be some sort of ground, but it's not. It doesn't actually go anywhere. It's just basically an anchor, really. So what we'll do now, we'll just give it a twist. There we are. I'll give it a twist. It's not touching anything. It's locked in there solid. Right, now we have another board, so we'll give this one an examination. There's not really anything on this board. The fan controllers on it goes here. Not really a great deal there, you know. So we can there we go. And that's Mildred's board. Just got to run over it with a brush or something. But that's it sorted. It's I've done the module, done the dry joints on the regulators. I'm happy with that. So what we'll do, wipe all the stuff out of the way, move the stuff that we don't need, bring the base back, and we can oops, these fucking fins, aren't they shit? I'll tell you what, folks, when Technics made this, they did not. I want to get it lined up. Fuck me, them fins are doing mate. You can't even grab hold of them. You can't even get hold of the bloody fins. What a piece of shit. Right, so we want to line up there. And them screws there didn't have to come out because they don't go into anything, so they could have been left. Right, so let's put this back as it should be. There we go. Now by sliding that back in, it should line everything up anyway, shouldn't it? You know, it's me being a dumbass. I forgot that I slipped into there, which it does. So all we do now is I won't put everything in tight yet. I'll put everything in, just give everything a couple of turns to make sure that everything lines up. Before we go for putting it all tight. And the nice thing about this, most of the screws, all the screws are pretty much all of them anyway, are dead long. Right. So we need to take that one out of there because it's the wrong one. That's one of the case screws. So that needs to come out of there. That's one of the case screws. Right, so we still have long screws to go in. Right. So we just need to look round and see where we're missing a screw. Right. The easiest way is to look at the bottom, isn't it? Count the screws. See where you've got a screw coming through and where you haven't. And where you haven't, that's where you need one. So we need one here, here, here. So we don't have one there. So it's here. Oh no, no. No, there's not a hole there. There's a hole, but there's no screw goes there. Because that board's in the way. Right, so that's a short one. So what we'll do, so we're not putting stress on this all the time, we'll put this back cover on, and we'll put this back cover back on, put this in place. Put this back cover back in place. Right. The only good thing I can say about this amp is I don't own it. Ow! Put my finger on it. Hey folks, we're back, and zoom out. Oops. Right, we're all back together again on Mildred's amp. You didn't even see me put the screws in, they're all in. Anyway, apart from the top cover. Let's try it again. Plug the turntable in. And we want it to go into the phono. There we go. Now let's lift the top up. Try not to, there we go. Try not to break the fucking turntable. There we go. Shift all this shit. There we go. Right. Right. Let's turn the amp on. The amp is on. Can't hear out through the speakers. Nothing. Oh. Takes its time to come on, that, doesn't it? Wonder if that's normal. Don't think so. Takes its time coming on. Wonder if there's still a problem somewhere. Don't come on unless I press that button. Don't like that.
Twist round and round and round like the Philly shave. Round and round. Without a rotary action like the Philly shave.
Anyway.
Round and round. Twist up and down and tilt like it's floating heads. Unique Philly shave. Twist here, twist there, twist just like it's floating heads. It's Philly shave. Floating, floating heads caress your face. Like the softest hair. Stubborn whiskers go without a trace. But his personal touch is so...
That's gone off that side. Look at that side's gone off. Got connections at the back here. That's okay. Got a loose connection here somewhere. Oh, that's no good. Oh, let's try and find out where and figure it out. Let's try and figure it out. This is not getting hot, is it? No. Only getting one channel. We're getting two a minute ago. That's working. Right. Wonder if there's a loose connection. Upside. Well, that's not doing much. I don't think this is a. Right. Right, so we're getting nothing. Right, so
Twist up and down and tilt like it's floating.
that's working now. Might have been that.
Twist here, twist there, twist just like it's floating heads. Floating, floating heads caress your face. Stubborn whiskers go without a trace. This personal touch is so unique. It's made for every face by a new technique. Let's twist!
Let's turn it off. See if it comes back on again. Turn it back on.
Without a trace.
No, let's just put the volume knob.
Now this personal touch is so unique.
Right. Turn it back on. Put record on. That's annoying. Right. Now there. Yeah, when I turn the volume, comes on.
Twist up and down and tilt like it's floating heads.
Unique finishing.
Twist here, twist there, twist just like it's floating heads. Floating heads caress your face.
Like the softest fruit.
Stubborn whiskers go without a trace.
Whichever way they stand.
But this personal touch is so unique.
Only finishing.
It's made for every face by a new technique. Let's twist! Those floating heads caress your face.
Like the softest fruit.
Stubborn whiskers go without a trace.
Whichever way they stand.
Now this personal touch is so unique.
Only finishing.
And it's made for every face by a new technique. Well, now it's made to measure shaving with the finish shave.
Personal touch.
Your toughest stubble, don't worry, finish shave.
Personal touch.
Here's the modern twisting shaving that a razor never gave. Shave smoother, quicker, closer, with a Phillips.
Round and around and around.
With a Phillips.
Round and around and around.
I said a Phillips. Phillips shave.
Pardon. There we go. Well, that seems to be working, but I mean, that crackling, and when you operate the balance, it does the same. I think that might only be crap on the encoder, because it seems to be getting lower. It's not as noisy as it was, that, so I need to find my switch cleaner and give it a blast with the switch cleaner, but I can't fucking find my switch cleaner. It says, oh, there it is. There it is. Let's just turn this off. Give it a blast with the switch cleaner and see if that sorts it. Because you can get a switch cleaner into that encoder. There we are. Stand that resistor up. So I don't know. Still the same. So that hasn't made a blind bit of difference. So basically there's an issue when you turn the amp on, it does nothing, See what I'm pressing any buttons. Pressing them it does nothing. Now there. But as soon as you touch the volume, it comes on. And we're there, so I don't understand. I mean, there's got to be a problem on this board here at the back on the front. Right, so I don't understand this, folks. If it, I mean, it's working. I mean, don't worry about that slight hum. That's only because the ground for the turntable isn't connected. And I'm not fucking about connecting that. I was going to just pull it out and connect it. But if I disconnect the turntable, oh, that's even worse. But no hum at all now. Oh, that's because I pressed that button. There we are. If I go to tuner, that is fucking, you know, it's got to have a dodgy transistor or something daft in it. You know, but I've done the regulator. I've reflowed the module. The module's working. I mean, you know, this is actually worth scrapping just to save that module. But because you can't get them, and the ones you do get are fake and they don't work. So, you know, don't fall into the trap of buying one of those. But this one is working. There's a problem somewhere. It's not getting overly hot. It's warm, but it will be. There's 2 fucking voltage regulators there. It's not getting red hot. And, you know, there's no actual unnatural, if I put it on tuner, there's no unnatural hum on the power amp itself. It's just that. You know, it's just that. I don't understand that. It's just that, and you know, when you turn it on, it doesn't do anything until you touch the volume control or press that surround button. You shouldn't have to do that. Right, I'll turn that surround button off. You know, you should be able to choose whether you have that on or not. So let's turn it back on. And with that, oh, nothing there now. But when you press that button, it comes on. Turn the volume now, it comes on. Put that button in. I don't know, if anybody knows, let me know, because I certainly bloody don't. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not really, there's actually rust down there as well, so you know, the metalwork down this front panel's all rusty. So, you know, I think the fault's on that front panel. I don't think the fault's in this board here. and convinced of it. I think the fault's in this front panel somewhere, and you know, I think we've got a problem, and you know, I'll be fucked if I know. Let's turn it back on again. See, we've got the volume up. I'll turn that, nothing. Comes in on mute. Yeah, because when I press the mute, it's exactly the same. We'll put the record on. See, nothing. Let's try hitting the panel with it, so in case it's a dry joint. I mean, no, it's not. I mean, there's a soft start. I think there's a soft start panel down there. But there's not really anything. I mean, it's nothing. Yeah, when I press that button there and touch that, it comes on.
Floating heads caress your face. Stubborn whispers go without a trace. Now this puzzle touch is good.
I'll be perfectly honest with you folks, it's making my fucking head hurt. Anyway, I'll leave it in bits for a bit, and if anybody knows, then, you know, if anybody knows what the issue could be, then yeah, I'd be grateful if somebody would let me know. Before I go, I'm just looking at this board here. And all that is really is the headphone board, as well as the on-off switch. I thought it was soft start, it's not, it's just the headphone board. So I think the fault's on this panel here, folks, I really do. I think the fault's here somewhere on this board here. I don't think it's here. It's not on this board here, I'm certain of that. But if anybody knows, then yeah, I'd be grateful if you'd inform me, give me a bit of a tip. But at least you're getting some sound out of it now. We've done the DJs under here. It's all been done. I'm happy with that. And when I tap it, it makes no difference. So we've either got. I don't care. I think the issue's on this front board here. This board, because it does a lot of things, this board, and I think the issue's on that. But you know, if anybody knows, then yeah, let me know. But to be honest, I don't really think it's worth spending a great deal of time on. It's not. Oh, pardon me, you just see me chest had itchy back there. You know, it's not a high value amplifier. It's never gonna be. It's you know, it's not an expensive thing, even though it does say Technics on it. But as we all know, Technics is just another name for Panasonic. Anyway, folks, I'll get this sorted out and uploaded. And if anybody, like I say, if anybody has any ideas on it, then let me know. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye for now, more to come later.